Havva AYDIN wouldn't be able to do this in her home country, Turkey. Wearing the headscarf, a potent Muslim symbol, is banned in universities in the fiercely secular nation, though the government there is looking to lift the ban. But Havva isn't studying at home. She's in Strasbourg, and she's happy that she can continue to wear her scarf.
If I'd done what they wanted me to in Turkey, I would have lost self-confidence. I mean by that, no one has the right to judge on the grounds of faith. For me, the headscarf is part of my body. I could no more take it off than remove one of my hands. And that saddens me greatly. I wouldn't have been able to study under that kind of sufferance.
Another Turkish student is following the debate closely and is worried about the path her country is taking.
In fact, I have a few worries about the secular system of modern Turkey. I'm concerned that in 10 years it'll be a completely different country. But I also say that everyone has the right to higher education. I don't see how or why an adult woman can be denied a place at university.
France, like other European nations, allows the wearing of the headscarf at university. To reinforce secularism in 2004, France banned the wearing of overt religious symbols in state-run primary and secondary schools. That ban also applies in Alsace-Moselle, where for historic reasons the region escaped a 1905 law separating the church from the state.
The law as it stands can't be applied in Alsace. It cannot be enforced because there's local legislation which gives religion more freedom. How would you like it if in a school where there's a crucifix, where religion is taught, you stop women from wearing a small scarf? It's not a veil, it's a headscarf. Because a veil, well, that's a different thing.
Un petit fichu, c'est pas un voile, c'est un foulard sur la tête, parce que le voile c'est autre chose.
In Alsace-Moselle, priests and rabbis get a civil servant's salary, and local authorities can finance religions recognized by the state. The president of the Institute of Local Law defended the Alsace model.
The Muslim faith organizes itself through cultural associations or common law associations. As the ban on public finances for religious activities doesn't apply in Moselle, Haut-Rhin and Bas-Rhin, Muslim associations can receive public money from departments, regions, and indeed the state to build a place of worship. That's not possible in the rest of France.
But this exception in Alsace is not universally welcome. Benoît ANCLIN is the president of a pro-secular movement.
It's all about the question of secularism, here and in Germany and Sweden. It's moving away from open secularism and more towards a clearly defined secularism where the state is neutral. That's where there's no support nor finance for religion. It's about independence. As Victor Hugo said, the state in its place and the church in its place.
The debate on a European constitution in 2003 pitted followers of a Christian doctrine against the defenders of secularism, led by France. Last January, the European Parliament addressed the question of relations between religion and the state. Some Christian Democrat MEPs even proposed that member nations ban the wearing of headscarves in primary schools, sparking a controversy at the heart of political groups. The move was thrown out by the Socialists, Liberal Democrats and the Greens.
In Germany, teachers are banned from wearing the headscarf in certain regions. You have to consider that Muslims don't form the majority of the European population, and that's why the ban isn't necessary in different states. In my country, I see a problem with children wearing the headscarf, and that's why I support the ban among children.
The European Union doesn't have jurisdiction in this area. It is a national issue. In certain countries, it's down to the regions and sometimes even the towns. I can't imagine Sweden, Germany, or other countries agreeing to a dress code being imposed by Brussels on their teachers and students.
French socialist MEPs are concerned about the extent of religious freedoms, which they say could threaten the basis of secular society. One of them, Benoît, HAMON, recently invited Ayaan Hirsi Ali to the parliament. The former Dutch MP, who hails from Somalia, has been the subject of death threats from Islamists. More than 70 MEPs signed a petition demanding that the EU pay for her protection.
Thank you very much.
I think it would be tragic for Europe to give religious affairs an increasingly higher profile, allowing more and more religious influence at the core of our institutions, which affects the European Commission, the Council, or the European Parliament. Personally, for example, I'm against welcoming the Pope to the heart of the European Parliament.
Some academics believe it is possible to bypass the differences among member states and move towards a unique European model.
I believe that at the moment we're a little bit between two models. The old idea of secularism is based on passive neutrality, in which you could see virtually nothing, so you ignored people's religious affiliations because they were invisible. Now, another way is active pluralism, which allows everyone to show who they are and what religion they belong to. It's a different style. It's the visibility of active pluralism against the old-style passive neutrality, where everyone ignored the beliefs of others.
But there's already a precedent. In 2005, the European Court of Human Rights backed Turkey's university headscarf ban, which Turkey said existed to protect individual liberty and public order. Samim Akgünyül is a professor at the Marc Bloch University in Strasbourg.
The ruling from the European Court of Human Rights was simply this, that each case is special, and in each context different rules apply. And in European societies, systems cannot be condemned on the basis of what happens in other societies. That's it in essence.
It is perhaps difficult to imagine a universal model of relations between religion and state while there are so many differences at the heart of the EU. But the common problem is how to reconcile greater fundamental freedom with better religious integration.